Hey, kia ora, Helen Brahms here, coming to you live from Sun City in Arizona. Hope you're all having a super fantastic, sparkling start to Magic Monday. Yes, it is that day of the week. Oh, I love Magic Mondays. I love Mondays, period. That's just who I am. If you don't like it, deal with it. If you don't like it, don't watch. Mondays are the best days of the week. They're the beginning of a brand new week. You have a fresh week to create magic. So what magic are you going to be producing this week? So get out there, get some excitement going, and what magic are you going to be what magic are you going to be creating this week? This week, I got the genealogy stuff where I had that breakthrough last night. So I'm super excited to get back into that later this evening. I'll probably do a little bit of that tonight, maybe on my lunch break instead. But I have to set the timer. If I don't set the timer, I will be late for work. I'll be late on the help chat, and that's a no-go. That's a no-go. Cannot be late on the help chat. But so I get to do that. Probably do it this evening when I won't have to worry after we get back from a walk with Zeffie. We'll probably do that then. She's a little pipped at me because we haven't gone for our morning walk yet. And the reason for that is because I woke up this morning with my equilibrium a little out of balance this morning. So we're having a bit of balancing issues, and I figured out what it is. So I have my, I don't know if you can see the cotton wool in the air thing, and the little cotton wool things in the air got a little drop of melaleuca on them, or tea tree oil, and that's forcing the oil fumes into the air canals and stuff, and that can help. For me, it helps clear up any ear infections. So I must have gone through an ear infection not knowing I had one to get to this point where my balance is affected. I did manage to stay upright in the shower. I did not wash my hair this morning because had I tried that could have been a little disastrous. So because of that, I've been moving a little slower this morning, and so I'm going to have to find my walkings. I have one of those big, tall, branches that have been polyurethane that you can use as a walking stick. So I'm going to have to find that before I take Zeffie out for her walk. But she's going to have to wait till after my training call at 8 o'clock. But she's on patrol right now. So I've told her we're going to have to wait, and she sort of looked at me and walked off. But anyway, but the spirit is still there. It's still a super fantastic, sparkling day. So this week I get to create lots of magic. I get to help people and give them all a spark in their day. What else have I got on schedule for this week? I get to have a guest on tomorrow night. Yes, so tomorrow night's live, we are going to have a guest, and I will be putting out more information about that later today and throwing that up on the schedule so you'll be able to put it in your calendars. But 6 p.m. Pacific time tomorrow evening, I have a guest on this week. So I'm trying to going to start having more guests come on. I'm just looking to see what else I've got. Oh, there's lots of good stuff coming this week. I've got Networking Riches coming up this weekend, which is going to be absolutely phenomenal. Excuse me. And I have totally lost my, oh, there it is. Sorry. I had to go check my calendar real fast. And then I couldn't find the tab to get back to this one. So, it's just one of those, it's one of those days where it's going to be what it is. Just don't really plan anything, because then you can't be disappointed at the end of the day. But it's just going to be one of those days. I'm just going to roll with it. I'm just going to take it easy. I'm still going to get all my work done. Lunch will probably be a quick, like a power nap or something. So it's going to be just a taking it easy day without giving up the productivity and stuff. So, with the walk and stuff, it's going to be, I got 30 minutes between when the call ends and when I've got to be back in the office again, which gives us plenty of time to go for a walk. Because usually our morning walks are around 15 to 20 minutes. By the time she says hello to all of the blades of grass she wants to eat, and she sniffed and got all the gossip and replied to all that gossip. So, yeah, it will be an easy day. And thankfully today it's a cooler day today. We're actually going to get to 98 or 99 today. We're not supposed to be hitting triple digits today. Today, tomorrow, and Wednesday. Thursday, I think we're back up to 100. So it's going to be nice, but there's also meant to be rain coming in, which will help cool everything down, and the air. I finally figured out, why am I having this issue with the balance? And it's because of my allergy reactions to all of the, plus the because it's very high on dust and dander right now, which I'm allergic to. But but then you add that to the poor air quality they've had. Like they even had some days where little air quality thingy on the weather thing said unhealthy. Like, do not go outside unless absolutely necessary. And I looked at Steffi and says, I guess we have to because you're absolutely necessary. We've got to get you outside and walk in. So, but yeah, so that's been our fun thing done. And then our question for you for today, to tell you, it's, we want you to tell your story as well. So we've got a question for you today as your joggery memory, as your memory jogger. Balance affecting speech, notice. But it's still a super fantastic sparkling day, no matter what. What am I doing? Oh, yeah. So it's time to tell your story. So our question for you for today as your memory jog for your story is, what was your first job, and how old were you when you had your first job? I was 10. It was babysitting. And from babysitting, I ended up with a paper route when I was 11. Hang on, I've got to work through this. Yeah, babysitting when I was 10, paper route when I was 11, gymnastics coach when I was 13, working in hang on, was the gas station first or the tea rooms first? No, I had my license when I worked at the gas station, but I didn't have it when I worked in the tea rooms. So I started working in the tea rooms when I was about 14, through to when I got my license when I was 16, and then 16 I was working as a gas pump jockey. And at 17, I joined the Air Force. There's been a lot of other little things in there as well. Plus, during the school, yeah, but that was a volunteer thing. So during school, I was a school librarian as well. Students got to volunteer to be school librarians to learn about the library system and everything else. So before I left high school, I knew the Dewey Decimal System. I could write up your catalog cards, no problem at all. The different types that you needed for a nonfiction book, there was like 5 of them. And there was like 2 for, hang on, I remember this, 2 for fiction, because it was by author. No, there was 3 for fiction, by author, by category, and by the book title. There were those same 3 for nonfiction, as well as the Dewey Decimal listing. Somebody's out there with a dog. It's probably the old guy with the dog that has these big eyebrows. This dog's got the cutest face, but he has these really big, thick eyebrows. He shaves, so he has these eyebrows that stand out. That's really, really cute. But yeah, so I knew all the Dewey Decimal System, could type up the cards, no problem at all, could even do the wraps on all the dust. We had to put plastic wrap on all the dust covers and everything else, and then filing them, issuing books, returning books, chasing up people who were late with their books. So yeah, we learnt the whole library system while I was in high school. I wasn't paid for that though. That was a volunteer work. But yeah, my first job was a babysitter at the age of 10, and then at 11 I did a paper route for 3 weeks while my friend was away on vacation, because it was during school. It was during a summer vacation, which would get 6 weeks. And so for 3 of those weeks, I was doing her paper route for her. And that was either before or after we had been on our family vacation. Can't remember that year. But we still went away on our holiday. Well, that might have been one of the ones that we stayed at home. There was like 2, maybe 3 vacations out of 36 that I stayed at home, that we actually stayed home, didn't go anywhere. But that might have been one of them, because I was living in the caravan at the time. So the caravan was my bedroom at the time, because they were doing renovations on the house. And so they kept the boys in the house, and I got to stay out in the caravan. I got to live in the caravan while they did the renovations on the house. That may have been the summer that we didn't go away because we were doing the renovations on the house. So anyway, that was me. So what was your first job, and how old were you when you had your first job? So anyway, that's it from me. I got to run. Have a super fantastic sparkling day, and we'll catch you guys back here at 6 p.m. this evening. And my dog's head went when I said the word arguing. She was very impressed with that. Damn, she's worked out that word before the W-A-L-K word. Interesting. Anyway, have a super fantastic sparkling day, and we'll catch you guys back here 6 p.m. this evening for part 2 of today. So have a super fantastic sparkling day. Hei konera.